This week in Army history, January 19, 1944, members of the 141st Infantry Division were poised to cross the Rapido River in an attempt to establish a bridgehead from which to attack the German Gustav Line. First Lieutenant John D. Goode recorded his observations some 50 years after he served as company executive officer.
We moved back across our access road and down a cleared lane through the minefield running parallel to the river. I led the way, little knowing I was like a Judas goat leading the sheep to slaughter. And then Sergeant Herbert W. Cawley of Alice, Texas, stepped on a skew mine. I was knocked flat on my face and stunned by the half-pound blast of TNT. Now, whether these skew mines were missed by our engineers or replanted under cover of darkness by subsequent Jerry patrols, I don't know. This cleared mine lane was marked by white tapes as wide as the tapes used to mark a tennis court, and would have been visible from German positions across the river. Now, I believe they were replanted. There ought to be camouflage tape for marking mine lanes, white on one side only, to be reversed at night to show the white side.
The following night, another attempt was made to cross the river, this time in a fog created by smoke pots, only to be delayed by a double apron of barbed wire fencing. The insertion of a Bangalore torpedo to cut the wire obstacle generated noise that alerted their German opponents. Enemy defensive fire was enough to convince Goode that remaining in position until daybreak would be virtual suicide. In his search for a ranking officer to authorize a withdrawal, Goode walked through the cold river to reach a position of relative safety, eventually finding his way to an aid station. Goode's full account is among thousands of others in the World War II Veterans Survey at the U.S. Army Military History Institute. Goode's after-action report richly defines vital elements included in his report on the Rapido action.
It would appear to be definitely established that success cannot be assured unless the following conditions are met: accurate knowledge of enemy strength and dispositions, surprise in the actual crossing, adequate crossing equipment be made available, all echelons be thoroughly trained.
Lessons in warfare are often at the expense of the men engaged. History can help correct this costly maxim, and historical sources at the Institute are one of the ways to facilitate the learning process for soldiers and their leaders.
Troops must have sufficient time to gain their objectives.